Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another first look video. Today we're going to be checking out Rimworld, which finally released on Steam today, or for you guys it will be yesterday. I'm recording this the day of release, but you'll be seeing it the following day, so hopefully that doesn't confuse you too much. But anywho, we're looking at Rimworld, created by the indie developer Ludion Studios, and this game has been out in certain circles on YouTube in its alpha forms. I know some bigger YouTubers have had it before, but it finally released to Steam, and I was lucky enough to get a press copy of the game, so we're going to check it out for probably just the video. If you guys really want me to, I'll do a Let's Play of it, but there's a lot of other people doing them, so I might hold off unless there's a ton of demand for it. But anywho, I don't want to talk too much. Let's just get right into the game and check out the gameplay here. This plays a lot like a few games you might be familiar with. I won't talk, again too much. I just want to get into the gameplay and show you guys what it's like. So you have three scenarios to choose from. You have Crash Landed, you have the Rich Explorer, or the Lost Tribe. Crash Landed gives you pretty good starting items here and 3 people. The Rich Explorer gives you a bunch of silver and gold, but you only get 1 person. The advantage to the single person is that you get a better gun and then the technology for gun turrets. You also get more food and more medicine, I believe. Yeah. And then the Lost Tribe, you get the least amount of stuff and the worst weapons, but you get the most people. You get 5. So I think Crash Landed is a good place to start. You get a little bit of everything. So overall, I think it's pretty good. You get basically 1 weapon for every single person, 2 ranged and 1 melee, and a decent amount of medicine and food, as well as a lot of steel and wood. Steel especially is nice to have starting out because you can get it somewhat easily, but not nearly as easily as wood, and some of the early stuff that you need, like beds, require steel, and so it's nice to be able to make those right off the bat. Silver is basically currency in this game, so you get a decent amount here, but obviously the Rich Explorer gets a whole lot more. And then they do have the ability to add more through the workshop, so that's cool too. And then you get to pick your AI storyteller, and so this is really what's going to influence the course of your game. Cassandra Classic is going to sort of, what's the best way to describe her? She slowly increases the frequency and the difficulty of the random occurrences that happen. So when somebody comes in to raid your colony, at the beginning it'll be like 1 guy with a knife or something, and then in the middle of the game it might be 2 guys with guns, and at the end you'll have like a small army with weapons and armor and grenades. Then you have Phoebe Chillax, who it's basically the same as Classic, but it's much more drawn out, so you're probably not going to see the higher tier stuff unless, as you notice at the end here, if you crank it up to extreme, she'll hit just as hard, but this one's a much more gradual scaling. And then you have Randy Random, which is kind of fun. This one doesn't scale at all. It throws all kinds of stuff at you, so you might get that army right at the beginning of the game and just get wiped, or you might get it in the middle of the game. You might have an end game where you're only facing like 1 person raids at a time. You have no idea, and neither does the game. It's just throwing all kinds of stuff at you. So I'm going to go with Cassandra Classic for now. Actually, since this is just a one-off video, we'll do Randy Random, and I'm going to do rough difficulty. Extreme seems a bit insane. Challenge is what they recommend, but I'm not particularly good at this type of game, so I'm just going to stick with rough. They do have free play if you just want to take your time and build around, and then they have base builder, which is basically the same as free play, but it does have the threats still. They're just scaled back significantly from the other difficulties. Free play, it says the threats still appear, but they're extremely weak. So this is basically like your super easy. This is easy, medium, hard, and very hard. Okay, so we'll do rough. There is a permadeath mode if you prefer, and yeah. Right, so I don't know of any particular seeds. I'm just going to go with this one, and we'll see what happens. So the world has been generated, and this is the world map. From here we need to basically choose a spot to crash land on. And so I'm particular to what's that red thing? I honestly don't know what that is. I like mountains. I like them quite a bit. So I'm going to go over in this area, I think. Maybe right about here. That looks good. So we can build south and east, and then we have mountains with hopefully a whole lot of ore to our north and west. And now we get to choose our characters. So you can create these as much as you want, or edit them as much as you want. But I prefer to just go with random. She's good at social and construction. What are you good at? Cooking, but you're really into mining and artistic. So, quick explanation here. The numbers are how good they are at a particular skill. The flames here are how interested they are at a particular skill. So somebody with 2 big flames like this is extremely passionate about mining or art. So while she's not particularly good at mining, she's going to learn how to mine 1.5 times faster than somebody who's just, like interested or mildly interested. And then if they're not interested at all, they learn even slower. So you basically want to have characters who are interested in a wide variety of things so that they they learn faster, and you don't have a bunch of people working on the same things. I'm just going to go with this team. She's going to be our enforcer. He's going to be our builder, and maybe our farmer. And she's going to be like our leader, I guess. I don't know. She's actually probably the worst of the bunch. I'm going to re-roll her. Let's see. He's good at farming, and he's good with animals, and he's also pretty good in combat. The issue here is we don't really have a doctor. Yeah, I'm going to keep re-rolling until I get a doctor, I think. No. There we go. She or he. Her name is Gil. I don't know. Either way, she is a pretty solid character, so I'm going to take her. Okay, so we wake up, and the first thing you want to do when you wake up, and I don't know... Wait, where the hell are we? Where's our party at? I don't see them. Have they not crash landed yet? That's possible. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is if you zoom in close here, you can see these items with the X's on them. You want to click those and unforbid them. When they're forbidden, it means that they can't pick them up or use them. And so for things like food, until you have an alternative, you probably don't want to do that. Although later on there's probably several things that you might want to forbid, but right now we don't want to do that. We want everything open and usable. I don't know why all this wood is forbidden. I don't know why wood would ever be forbidden, but it is. Okay, so there's all that. And, oh, we want that rifle. And all these rocks. I wish I could do these all at once. I don't know that I can. No, we can't. Okay, so we'll unforbid the rocks. And then the first thing we want to do is we want to set a gathering location. So we go to Architect here. We go to Zones. By the way, you can pause the game with space bar or the different arrows on the side here. We want a stockpile zone, and I think I'll throw it down over here. We're going to build our base in this area, I think. By the way, oh, we have a timber wolf named Freddy, who's our pet. You get a random pet with most starting scenarios. But items will slowly deteriorate when they're left outside, so you want to get them enclosed under a roof as soon as you can. Let's go with something like that. 10 by 10 sounds good. And then we want to basically tell everybody to start hauling things. By the way, let's see, work. You're really passionate about art, so you can do art too. You should be doing all of the mining. If they're doing things that they're not passionate about, they will slowly become unhappy. Now, granted, there's things that people just aren't going to be passionate about, but you need somebody who's passionate to get the full benefit of it. Apparently, these people can't haul anything, which is really lame because hauling is like, I don't know, probably the most basic of things. So let's just tell them to grab everything in this area that we can pick up. I don't know why they're not grabbing these. I want these two. Maybe we need to mine those. Let's see. No. Okay, well, who is our miner? I think it might... Hopefully it's not the same guy. No, it's not. So Sandoval is our miner. Why don't we have you start digging all this up? And you can dig up this junk as well. And then I think what we'll do next is we will zone off another area for planting. And so if that's our stockpile zone, I think over here we're going to want to farm. So let's just build a big wide farm like so. And who is our farmer growing? That would be Lindsay. Perfect. So if we unpause, hopefully they'll all get to work. And it wants me to build a room. We'll get to that in just a second. Why are they... Oh, they had cryo sickness, so they're vomiting everywhere. But yeah, as soon as... Let's see, who's our builder? Both of these guys. So as soon as Gil's done... Oop, I totally forgot about something. Gil, can I see your stats, please? This is also something very important, especially at the start here. No, come on. Okay. Character. He is worthless in combat. I think she was... she's also worthless. And we already did Gil. Sandoval was the good one, I believe. Yeah, and she's better at melee combat. So I would like Sandoval to grab the knife. Yeah, equip that. Lindsay, what was your skill? You're actually not bad at melee. Sandoval, what were you? Maybe I should give Sandoval the rifle. Yeah, go equip the rifle. Lindsay, I want you to take the knife because you'll level up with it faster. And then Gil, you're going to take the pistol wherever that ended up. And now everybody's armed, so if we do end up in combat, they can defend themselves. The wolf will also help out, but we're not worried about that right now. Okay, so as soon as Gil starts gathering stuff, we will start building. Let's see, structures. We want wooden walls. We don't have enough stored yet, so we gotta wait for him to gather some of that wood. It doesn't look like we told them to grab it. Haul all of this, please. I don't know why that's not haulable. Well, we will figure something out. We're gonna start chopping all this wood, too. Who is our wood chopper? Looks like Gil is our wood chopper. That's fine. Let's see. Cut plants. Oh, sorry, chop wood. I want all of that cut. That one's not fully grown yet, so we can't do that one. Lindsay is planting her farm still. That's a pretty epic mohawk. And Sandoval is still mining away. Although extremely slowly. Yeah, her mining's not particularly great, but she will level up faster because she's passionate about it. I'm going to speed things up here a bit. And we've got, like, what is that, chinchilla? Yeah, we got chinchillas. You can tame animals in this. So we can tame, what the hell is that? A panther. We can try to tame a panther. We might get killed by a panther, but we can try to tame it. I don't think we have anybody who's particularly good at animals. Let's see, 1, 3, 5 actually, so we can maybe have Gil go try to tame that panther. I like how the animals don't have legs, they just have like little round, blobby bodies. Please level up at mining, you are so slow. She's still at level 4. I think next thing we'll do is have Gil clear out some of these trees, because I want to have this be like our base so that we're protected by the mountains. Use them as like natural fortifications. Really wants me to build a room. Learn the storage tab, that's something I could do. Opening the storage tab in the bottom left. Okay, where is the storage tab? Above the bottom left inspector pane. That doesn't mean anything to me. Where is it? Inspector. I don't see it. Oh well. I'm sure we'll figure it out. It's not in restrict, it's not in assign, it's not in animals, factions, world. That just brings up the map. Yeah, I don't know where that would be. Structure, furniture, security, floors, ship, what's that? Huh. Apparently you can make vehicles or something. Spaceships maybe? I mean, we are crash landed, we probably want to get out of here at some point. Let's see, I don't know what she's growing, but hopefully it's enough to feed us for the long term, because those rations aren't going to last forever, especially not with them outside like this. Okay, Gil, now we might have enough wood for wooden walls. It appears so. So I'm going to use this as the back wall of our base, I guess. And can I build right here? I don't know. We'll do that. Oh, whoops. I'm going to need to cut a door in there somewhere. Let's see. Not silver, please. We're not that rich. Throw me a door there. And maybe somewhere over here. But yeah, you don't want them sleeping on the ground if you can help it. You want them sleeping in beds, preferably on something with a floor. And so we should probably do that. Concrete, what's that cost? Steel? Why steel? Why not like stone? Well, we'll do wood. There we go. So we'll build a little hut here in just a second, whenever they wake up. I'll fast forward a little bit quicker. That panther is sleeping in my farm. That's kind of annoying. I don't know that it matters. I don't think it's like Minecraft where if they lay on stuff... Oh, I forgot to open this food up. Is that a geyser? I think it's a geyser. Let's make these meals usable so we don't starve to death. And I don't see anything else that's blocked off. So we should be good. I'm going to slow things down now that they're awake. Look at Lindsay go. She's she's one of our builders. But they can fail construction, as you see there, so I think they waste resources when they do that. Or it takes more time for them to do. Either way, you know, mild inconvenience, but I haven't noticed anything terrible about it. Hang on a second. Can you please cut down that tree? Actually, snip a bunch of these while you're at it. Anything that you can cut down. Okay. And somebody already... I don't want to know what kind of bodily fluid that is, but I don't like it on our floor. Okay, now he's roofing it off, which means we have an actual room. And so I think what I'll do from here is, Sandoval, instead of you cloud watching on the floor, why don't you get over here and start mining away some of this so that we can have a bigger base. I want all of that gone. And of course she's just chilling. Lindsay is doing what? Wandering. That seems efficient. Well, as soon as we get this area, cleared out, I'm going to start building some rooms in here. And then I'll put down some beds so they can actually sleep, and that should help. One thing you want to do is build a couple of extra beds and designate them for prisoners and for like medicine, not medicine, for patients, medical patients. So that's something you want to remember to do as well. I really need to start cutting more trees down. We do have a lot of wood, but we don't have nearly enough wood. So chop all the wood. Anything you can chop in here, just cut it down. And then when you're done with that, chop anything over here that you can. Lindsay, what are you currently doing? Eating, okay. What are your jobs? Construction, repair, growing, and art. Well, let's have her build something then. I want more wooden walls. I like to do my rooms about 3 wide, but they don't even need to be that wide, really. I might need to move these doors. Let's see. We'll do a room like so, with a door in it. We'll put a bed here. Furniture, bed. You can rotate stuff. Oops, we want a wooden bed. You can rotate stuff with Q and E, so we'll line that up with the wall. And get back to work. And so the reason I like to have rooms with some space in them like this is because there's other things like plant pots that you can put down that will improve people's moods who sleep in that room. So if we put down like a plant right there, whoever sleeps here will be happier than if that plant wasn't there. And I have definitely been on the wrong end of my settlers or whatever going crazy. I've had my settlers go berserk and start running around the camp with knives and trying to kill their friends. I've had them just go on psychotic breaks and like wander off to never be found again. I've had some pretty interesting stuff happen when my settlers weren't happy, so I definitely recommend keeping their morale up if you can. Also, I believe granite or stone walls will not please your settlers very much. So when you get the opportunity, probably replace all the walls with wooden ones if you can, because I don't think they like living in caves very much. Well guys, I think we're out of time. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know we didn't get very far into the game, so you didn't get to see a lot of it, but the game is, I mean, basically just this, although the depth is pretty considerable. As you can see here, there's like powered stuff, so you can run power conduits under the ground, field generators, solar generators, all kinds of stuff, sun lamps so that you can grow crops at night. What else do you have? Games for them to play. You've got all kinds of like temperature regulations, so you can actually put like a refrigerated room in your house or something to store meat. You've got traps and sandbags. And this is all just the basic stuff that we have unlocked at the beginning. There's also a research tab, which we haven't even touched yet, and you can research all kinds of cool stuff like stone cutting, brewing, turrets, television, Improvised explosives, monitors, so you can basically have like a full hospital type thing, cryosleep caskets, all kinds of interesting stuff. But you need a research bench, which is another thing that we haven't gotten to yet. So hopefully you guys are interested. Again, I'm probably not going to touch this game beyond this, just because so many other Let's Players are covering it as well. But if you guys really want me to do a series on it, I would be more than happy to. Just let me know in the comments. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I look forward to seeing you guys back here for our next first look.